Okay, so hey guys. This is gonna be a story time. Yeah, so one day I was at school and my friend, let's just call her Jasmine, and my other friend, let's just call her Michaela. So Jasmine and Michaela, they were at they were at school with me. They were like my best friends at the time. I had barely moved to that school. I didn't know anyone. So guess what? So I went to Jasmine's house, and she was like being very like suspicious. Apparently they didn't want me in the friend group. I had heard before, but like they invited me to their house. I was like, oh yeah, nah. So like I did that, and little did I know. So this is going to be like titled my first real fight. Apparently you can call it that. And like, so I was at her house and we were having a really good time. And then all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, Jasmine grabs this part of her shirt and puts it over her head. So like you can't see her face, but you could see her like her bra. You can't see her chest or anything. You could just see her bra. And me, because she told me to, okay? Jasmine told me to take this picture. So I took a picture of her in her bra, like a stupid little girl that I was. And I sent it to the people that she told me to send it to. I sent it to 2 boys. Those boys shall not be named. I sent it to 2 boys, and that's it. And the next day at school, she got mad at me, okay? And this was like over summer break, and like it was the next day, like first day back at school, and we were studying medium, mean, and mode. If you guys don't know what that is, look it up, because I don't want to tell a whole story about that right now. So I was in 6th grade, and we're studying about mean, medium, and mode. And the girl, Jasmine, she was like, oh, I know who's mean. And like everyone turned around and looked at me, and I was like, yeah, like what do you want? And then that day after school, the girl Jasmine, she came up to me and she was like, I want to fight you. And I was like, all right, at least she's being like real here. She said she wants to fight me, whatever. So like I was gonna fight her, right? Apparently I didn't know that Michaela was also gonna be in this fight. So I thought it was just gonna be a one-on-one fight, right? And everybody had their cameras. I was already going over there, and like no one was there, like legit no one, like just the people that had their cameras and stuff to film, and like no one else was there, like the people that were gonna fight me weren't there. So I was like, okay, what the hell? So like I went to so I started walking away, right? And this girl, let's just call her let's call her Lucille. Okay, so Lucille, I don't know, it's just some random name I picked out. So Lucille comes up from behind me, right? And I was walking away, so I didn't see her. And like I had my 2 friends behind me. They were walking, like we were all walking, like cool, whatever. And like I was heated already, because like I thought I was gonna fight, like I was ready to get down and stuff, but like no. So then this girl, right, she comes up from behind me. Like Lucille comes up from behind me and she goes clap to my head, like to the back of my head right here. Like she just, like that's not even how you punch, girl, like get it right. So like I turned around, dropped my backpack. I was about to like get down, and like the principal apparently saw her hit me on the back of the head. So the principal like was like, hey, stop. He had to, like, he pulled me off of her, and like we were in the office, and the girl was like, like the girl that fought me, Lucille, she was like sitting next to me, and I was like, you know what? Like, no. So like I was about to punch her again. Like I was like that. And then this girl, let's call her, it's a teacher, but let's call her Bailey. So Bailey, right? She was like, hey, hey. And I was like, what? And she was like, stop. And I was like, oh, whatever. And like, so she put us in separate rooms after that. And then like, we both got to talk to the principal, like we both got to talk. And then like, she comes up to me and she's like, you're in trouble. And I was like, oh no, you did not. And then she was like, you're in trouble. I told you, go to the office. And I was like, I am in the office. Like, you're retarded. And she walked out. And then the principal wanted to see me, right? Even little did he know that I didn't start the fight. He thought that, because like I didn't start the fight, right? Like Lucille came up to me and like clocked me from the back of the head. So apparently Lucille told the teacher, told the principal actually, that I was the one that like tried to fight her. And like my mom, like specifically, she was like, if I ever hear that you are hitting someone from the back, no, that's not how you start a fight. Like, you hit them from the front. Like, even if you're gonna start a fight, I don't want to hear that you're hitting someone from the back. And I was like, all right, you know what, that's cool. That was a long time ago. And then like after that, like we didn't talk for like the longest time, all of us. And then in 7th grade, like we didn't talk. She was ignoring me, like whatever. I was like fine with it. And then oh dude. And then like one day she was like, hey Lexi. And I was like, what do you want? Like Jasmine came up to me, the girl that started all this. She came up to me and I was like, what do you want? And she's like, I just want to be friends. And I was like, no thanks. And I walked away because like, you know, I don't want drama in my life. Like, no. So like I walked away. And she came up to me, like she like ran because I was like walking like super fast. And like okay, so pretend this is me, right? I'm like walking, whatever. And then like she comes up from behind me and she gets in front of me, right? And I was like, all right, this is about to go down. But apparently she just wanted to be friends, right? So I was like, no. All right, I'll give you one more chance because like, you know, I'm like that lovable person. So I gave her one more chance. I hung out with her, whatever. And yesterday, dude, like I'm really shaking. Like, so yesterday I went to the movies with this boy. I'm gonna call him, I don't know, I don't want to call him a weird name. I'm gonna call him, let's just call him Kevin, okay? So I went to the movies with this boy named Kevin. And it was me, Kevin, and this other girl, let's call her Sabrina, okay? Sabrina. So like, we were there, I was there with Sabrina, right? And Kevin was supposed to come later, so like we were like whatever, we were watching the previews. And then like Sabrina and me were hanging out, we were all throwing popcorn at each other, whatever, movies, like we're 12. So Kevin gets there, right? He was all shy, he sat next to me, like whatever. And like we were hanging out, we were watching the movie, like I was throwing popcorn at him, he was throwing popcorn at me, and at me and Sabrina, and like we were just having a good time, right? So after the movie, Kevin was supposed to get picked up from the movie theater. So I was like, all right, whatever. So like you're getting picked up, like because I was supposed to drop off Sabrina. So like I was like, all right, whatever. So I'll just like leave now. And he's like, all right, that's fine. Like you could leave if you want. And I was like, okay, cool. So me and me and Sabrina left. I was with my grandma because she's the one that took us to the movies. Me and Sabrina left. And I get a text from Anna Lilia, right? Because, like, obviously I Snapchat everything. Like, yeah, so I Snapchatted, like, what happened. And, this girl, right? The one that started it all. What was her name again? Oh, yeah, Jasmine. So, Jasmine, like, texted me, right? And I was like, alright, so whatever. So I opened up the text messages. And she was like, oh, you're hanging out with Kevin. But that's not his real name, so that's why I'm putting it in quotes. So she was like, oh, you're hanging out with Kevin. And I was like, yeah, you got a problem? And she's like, no, I just thought he didn't like you. And I was like, ooh, girl. And then, like, I showed it to Sabrina. And, like, she was like, all right, like, no, that's not cool. So I was like, whatever, I'm just not going to talk to her anymore. Like, yeah, whatever. So, yeah. That's the time I got into a fist fight. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe, like, whatever you guys do. Comment nasty stuff. I don't care. Comment whatever you want. Like, hate doesn't matter. Like, just remember that. And this video isn't to, like, tell you guys, like, oh, go get in fist fights, whatever. Like, no, this is not why I made this video. Like, it's to tell you guys, like, how fake people can be. So, like, yeah. Okay, love you guys. Bye.